Hey folks, welcome. Today, we're taking you on a deep, immersive journey, a story about ambition, vision, and the relentless pursuit of global partnership. This is the story of India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his incredible odyssey of international visits. You might ask, why does he travel so much? Why all these trips, all these meetings, summits, handshakes? Well, buckle up, because what you're about to hear is the blueprint of modern diplomacy, leadership, and the resurrection of a global giant. We'll traverse the continents, from the Himalayas to the heart of Europe, across the oceans to America's coasts, into the bustling cities of Asia, and even the vibrant communities of Africa and the Middle East. This is not just about planes and passports. This is about India's new chapter in the 21st century. And trust me, it's goosebump-worthy. You see, India has always been a land of ancient wisdom and vibrant diversity, but for decades it was often seen as a quiet giant. Slow to rise, cautious, almost hesitant to take center stage on the global platform. That's changing. Fast. At the helm of this transformation is Narendra Modi. Since taking office in 2014, Modi has clocked tens of thousands of miles traveling abroad, meeting world leaders, addressing huge crowds, signing deals, and igniting friendships. His visits aren't random. They're carefully crafted steps on a chessboard of global diplomacy. Let's rewind. Modi's first international visit as Prime Minister was to Bhutan, a symbolic nod to India's long-standing neighborhood diplomacy. Bhutan and India share a unique relationship, deeply rooted in history, culture, and mutual respect. This first trip sent a clear signal: India values its immediate neighbors and will build from the ground up. From there, the itinerary exploded. Over the years, Modi's travels have spanned nearly every continent. What's remarkable is not just the quantity, but the quality of these visits. He's met presidents, prime ministers, CEOs, spiritual leaders, and the diaspora, and in every place, he brings a sense of purpose, pride, and a vision for a new India. So why does Modi visit so much? What's behind this jet-setting diplomacy? First, there's the geopolitics. India sits at a crossroads. It shares borders with powerful neighbors, some friendly, some complicated. It faces regional tensions and global challenges. Modi's travels help assert India's position as a key player, a balancing force in a multipolar world. Take the United States, for example. Modi's relationship with the U.S. has blossomed into a cornerstone of India's foreign policy. From his first trip in 2014, Modi quickly connected with American leaders. His address at Madison Square Garden wasn't just a speech, it was a historic moment, a declaration of partnership with the world's leading superpower. But it's not only the U.S. Modi's outreach to Japan represents a strategic alliance built on shared democratic values and economic ambitions. The bullet train project connecting Mumbai and Ahmedabad symbolizes this partnership. Combining Japanese technology with Indian aspiration, Russia remains a critical ally. The two nations share decades of defense cooperation. Modi's visits here reaffirm the strong bond, even as India broadens its global ties. Europe also plays a key role. France, in particular, has become an indispensable partner on climate change, defense, and culture. In the Middle East, Modi's trips to the UAE and Saudi Arabia have opened doors to energy security and enhanced trade. The Indian diaspora in these regions forms a vital bridge. Africa, often overlooked in global discussions, has been a special focus for Modi, with investments, aid, and cultural exchanges strengthening bonds. And here's something else. Modi's visits also reflect the evolving nature of diplomacy. They're not just about governments. They're about people. He knows the power of connection. When he addresses Indian communities abroad, whether in the US, UK, or Australia, the energy is electric. The pride, the love for the homeland, the hope for the future, it all comes alive. Modi speaks of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, meaning together with all, development for all. This message resonates globally. It's about inclusivity and progress. This ability to inspire, to connect on a personal level, is part of why Modi's trips create such a stir. They're as much about hearts as they are about policies. Let's take a look at some landmark visits and moments. The United States. In 2014, Modi's first U.S. visit was monumental. The buzz was electric. Thousands packed Madison Square Garden in New York to hear him speak about India's potential and its partnership with the world. Modi spoke fluent English, but sprinkled in Hindi and Gujarati, making the crowd feel at home. He met President Obama multiple times. Their relationship evolved into a strategic partnership, cooperation on defense, technology, counterterrorism, and clean energy. Modi's emphasis on the Indian diaspora was clear. He acknowledged their role as cultural ambassadors and economic drivers. Japan. Modi and Japan's Shinzo Abe forged a unique bond. Both leaders share a vision of democracy, economic growth, and regional stability. Their collaboration led to the high-speed rail project, India's first bullet train, symbolizing progress and modernity. Modi's visits included cultural exchanges, including yoga events and festivals. Russia. Modi's Russia visits underscore a long-standing alliance. Despite shifting global alliances, Russia remains a vital partner for India's defense and energy needs. Modi has met with President Vladimir Putin on multiple occasions, discussing cooperation on nuclear energy, arms deals, and global security. Europe. In Europe, Modi's visits have emphasized trade, climate change, and defense. France, Germany, and the UK have all played host to Modi. His engagement with European leaders often includes talks on clean energy, innovation, and global governance. His visit to France in 2015 was historic, a focus on defense cooperation, including the acquisition of Rafale jets and climate change, with India committing to ambitious targets. Middle East. Modi's trips to the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israel have been pivotal in strengthening energy ties and economic cooperation. These visits reflect India's expanding footprint in a vital and rapidly growing region. Africa. Modi has visited multiple African nations, strengthening ties through trade, technology, and cultural exchanges. India's outreach to Africa aims to foster mutual growth and solidarity among developing nations. Now, it's not just about governments or policies. Modi's diplomacy is deeply personal and often symbolic. During his visit to South Africa, Modi performed traditional dances with locals, creating viral moments that highlighted his connection to the people. In the United States, he addressed Indian tech entrepreneurs and students, highlighting India's demographic dividend and innovation potential. In the UK, Modi participated in cultural events, including yoga sessions in front of iconic landmarks, emphasizing India's soft power. Why does this matter? Because in today's world, leadership is not just about military might or economic power. It's about winning hearts, building trust, and creating partnerships based on shared values. Modi's foreign visits are a reflection of this new diplomacy. They signal India's readiness to engage, to lead, and to contribute to global peace and prosperity. And it's working. India's global standing has risen dramatically. International organizations, from the UN to the World Bank, increasingly recognize India's contributions. Global investors are flocking to India's markets. Countries seek partnerships in defense, technology, and culture. The Indian diaspora, inspired by Modi's outreach, plays a vital role worldwide. So next time you see Narendra Modi boarding a plane for another international visit, remember, behind every trip is a vision. A vision of India as a respected global leader, a beacon of democracy and development, a nation rising with dignity and strength. This is more than travel. This is a mission.